Welcome to our channel Savat. Today's episode is a story about ambition, courage, and global dreams. Meet an outstanding young woman from one of the regions of Azerbaijan who started her academic journey in Azerbaijan State University of Languages, and with her hard work and determination continued her education in Europe, doors for new culture, possibilities, and chances. But she didn't stop there. Along way with her new career, new education, let's say like this, she met her love, and now she lives in Seoul, in South Korea, building her life, new life and career with her Korean husband. So, from a small town to vibrant streets of Seoul, this is the story of persistence, purposes, and maybe passion. So, stay with us and get ready to be inspired. So, welcome, Halimat. Glad to see you. And so we are in Azerbaijan, you're in Seoul, and it will be very exciting and interesting chat. So would you like to say a few words, and then I will go on with our questions.
Yeah, I would like to thank you for having me. It's already afternoon here in Seoul. I know it's morning there. Um, I would like just, I'm just honored to be part of your podcast, and thank you again.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, we are still sleeping, and you're already full of energy. Yes, and maybe the
Yeah.
end of the day. So, my first question to you, we will start, of course, with this kind of question like your move to Korea, how it was, and all these interesting stories we tell to all our yes, followers.
I came to Korea because I married my Korean. That was something I hadn't originally planned, but life is full of surprises. So a friend of mine introduced us, and that simple meeting has completely changed the course of my life.
Yeah.
So that's the essential reason why I'm here and continue my life journey. It's my life partner in Korea.
And where did you meet him? In
Sorry,
Azerbaijan. Where did you meet him? In Europe, in Azerbaijan, in.
my my friend introduced us, and then he came to
Okay,
Azerbaijan, and
that's
then
right. Okay, I see. Okay, so and being a part of multicultural family must come with own challenges and maybe some joy. How it was with, how that has been for you?
actually it's a mix of both. So the joy comes with experiencing both cultures in one household, sharing traditions, languages, perspectives. But it's also challenging because there are some differences in communication styles and
Mm-hmm.
also some expectations. So as I am a foreigner, but they are a Korean family, so it was challenging at the beginning. But later, I just with patience and with openness, and also I would
Mm.
say even with a
And tell
sense of
me, who is more Azerian, who is more Korean? You know, in Azerbaijan, we have got this kind of proverb. Tell me who is your wife, and I will let you know where you are from. And what about you?
I would say I'm becoming more Korean and my husband becoming more Azerbaijani now.
Okay, very
After
bad.
2 years.
Yes, okay. When you are in Azerbaijan, he behaves himself like Azeri. When you are there, you behave yourself like a Korean. Yes? Is here, for example, does he take this new culture, these Azeri style, and let's say these you are from north of Azerbaijan, let's
Yeah.
say Lizgin styles, how does he take these? Is it for him something like excitement, something like these joy, or how does he take it?
I'm actually very glad because my husband has already been 5 times in Azerbaijan, in Patmas, and he totally changed. I'm actually very glad that he changed because Korean people tend to stress a lot. But now he's like, it's like enjoyable with him more. But at the
Hmm.
beginning, he was stressed out a lot. But I think he's becoming more Azerbaijani, and it makes me feel so.
To be honest, I
Yeah,
have
he's
never
more
been
relaxed.
to Korea. I've been to Thailand, to some other countries in this part of the world. But what I always noticed about them that they are very closed and they are difficult
Yeah.
taking other culture or taking someone from other culture into their family, be to become their friends or somehow. How it was with you? Love? All the answer for these
You know,
questions.
that's love. Also, I would say I don't want to praise myself, but I am more like positive person, and I have a kind of sense of humor, so it helped me a lot. I think to overcome because Koreans are more disciplined and structured, so it's sometimes hard to deal with them. But if you're open, so if you have positive mind, I think it's just easy to deal with.
Okay, I see. I see. Do you enjoy living in Seoul? How it's with you?
Yeah.
Here the question was, let me put it according to our scenario. The question, how was your adjustment in daily life?
I would say at the beginning it wasn't easy because the most difficult part for me was the language because Korean language has a honorific form. So when you refer to elderly, you have to use different forms. So that was actually difficult for me. But by time I learned some phrases because when I came to Korea, I wasn't fluent in Korean. So I was just speaking in English and I was speaking in broken Korean, and they were like understanding and encouraging me to speak even in broken Korean.
But I have
The
to
second
say,
one,
I haven't met you before when you studied in Europe, but now you have got a little accent, a Korean accent, I have to say you.
I feel so. I'm becoming more Korean.
I'm the first person who are telling this to you, or maybe some other people also
Uh,
tell you.
my husband also says my Korean pronunciation has become much better. So I think it's
And your
better.
English
It's
has
okay.
become Korean English, yes, something like it.
Great.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
so and daily life, yes. Can you now, for example,
I
can you retell one episode or one funny story? Your first, for example, visit, let's say, to shop or meeting someone. It seems to me for sure there was something funny. Not funny, not because
uh
you're, for example, simply funny because you're from different culture.
yeah, I mean like in Korean language they don't usually use I and you
Yes.
pronouns. When I speak in Korean, I use I and you, and the rest of the sentence comes in Korean, and always people find it funny. So you're using English and Korean at the same time, so it's funny for them. So I think language wise. And uh, I want to recall something. I always say Korean safety is the most important thing. I love it. When I first came to Korea, I lost my jacket when I was going to the library. And after 3 days, I was going to the library again. My jacket was on the same spot, so it was just there, left, and someone even folded it and put it away. And I just took it and came back home. So
Yes, it's very. And for him, what was funny, for example, here in Azerbaijan, I remember when I'm talking about these differences in culture. I remember I used to work in Turkey, and for them it was very funny when I called home and said "mama" or some. They said, "Who is your mama? It's your friend." I said, "No, mama is my mother," and we are addressing like this. And for him, what was funny, for example, when he first came to Azerbaijan, or your relations, or your addressing, or something from our daily life?
I would say for him was the most interesting part
Not
in
funny, but
Azerbaijan.
maybe something unusual. Let's put it like this.
Like having lots of guests at home because in our
Okay.
home it's full of guests, all the time, every day we have lots of guests, and he was like, "Oh, do you usually have this many guests every
Well,
day?"
yes, yes.
In Korea, we don't have it. It's not a guest culture. Like people usually eat out, and they don't receive guests at home. So that was
Okay,
surprising.
I see. Yes, it's of course, yes, our culture. So let's
Yeah.
go to this next question, and maybe the most important. So, as our channel is Savat, let's talk about education. And it was your inspiration that why you are in Korea Love. But let's go to our main topic. It's about the universities. You studied in Europe. How would you compare your experience studying there and being in Seoul?
Yeah, that's right. I did my master's in Europe. I didn't formally study in Korea, but as an observer, I would say Korean education system is more intense and more competitive compared to Europe. In Korea, students study long hours at schools and at private academies. Uh, and they are very disciplined. But in Europe, there is like a more emphasis on independence and critical thinking. I think both systems they have their strengths, but I would say Korean education system is more rigorous. So, but the students here really work hard. But I think at the end it pays off.
Is
So
it something more close to our, let's say, former Soviet system when there are the teacher with a big stick, always you have control the student and memorize a lot of these. You would compare with Europe, maybe in our culture it's more much closer. Is it something like this or no? And studying long hours, as you said, with a big homework, we are sitting especially on maths or some physics and these kind of things. Is it something like this or no?
wouldn't say so because I think the students are encouraged to study because like Korea has very good companies and they are competent to get into these companies after graduations. So they are
Okay.
always like racing to get to Samsung or LG or other good companies. So I think they are not forced but more encouraged to study.
Okay, because they have got purpose, they have got goal, and they know what they will get. And is it expensive country to live for students, for anyone? Is it
I would say it's
expensive one?
expensive and not expensive. So it depends on what. For example, when it comes to real estate and different hospitals, if you don't have insurance, it is expensive. But daily life, like groceries and the cafes and public transportation, it's not expensive. And especially for international students, it's like easy to get around because mostly they study with scholarships. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's enough for a student to enjoy their student life here. It's not that much.
Yesterday, I met with their parents, and they were asking me, putting all these questions that I now asking you, because as you know, it's a new project for us, Korean university. But I have to say, it's causes a lot of interest, and I'm getting many questions about this. So, if, for example, let's say Azerbaijan student, he is in Korea. How much does he need for a month in order, let's say, not to survive but just to live?
I would say if like apart from tuition fee, I'm not sure for tuition fees because like my friends around like here they studied with scholarships and I don't know, but usually I think 2,000 like the USD probably will be enough, like including the dormitory too
Including what?
and
Sorry? Including.
dorm.
Okay, I see. And how will you, let's say, characterize the Korean universities? what kind of, we don't have much information. You know that it's very, from the beginning here, much more popular. UK, European, let's say American university, but Korean university, we don't have much information about this. Now it's coming in our life. Korea, China, this part of the world, Singapore, this. What about, can you say about Korean, your impression of Korean universities? It's one question, and
I would
let me
say,
put a second question because it's a part of this question. First, our meeting, you told me that here many Azerbaijan students. Also, what kind of difficulties do they come at the beginning? These questions. Your question first about universities, and
I
second, how Azerbaijan students adapt to Korean life.
So I overall would say the education system in Korea is like it is very high. Korea offers very high quality education, and when it comes to universities, I would say Korea has globally recognized universities, and they are well rated. Um,
Are they in rank
so
of the best universities?
Yeah, yeah, they are. They are. And also there is one of the best universities in Korea. So it's a Seoul National University, which is I think it ranks the first one here. And then Yonsei University and Korea University, they are the best ones in Korea too. And also there like depends on which field, like engineering or medical field or IT. So there are so many universities which are very high quality, and they are recognized worldwide too. And when it comes to difficulties, I would say probably if the courses are not offered in English, the students have to study Korean. So the people who do not have this Korean foundation,
Mhm.
it might be difficult to learn the language. Korean is a bit difficult, but it's a very rich language.
So you
But if
advise
they
to
are
our
in,
students to know a little Korean before going to
yeah,
Korean.
yeah, I would encourage them because if they are coming to Korea with scholarship, in anyways they have to study Korean for 1 year, like as a foundation, and then do their studies half in Korean and in English. So I would just encourage the students to do some Korean classes back in Azerbaijan and then just be prepared when they come to Korea because it will make their life easier when they come to Korea.
And which countries, for example, international, there are, as you said, international students in Korea, yes, a lot. But which countries, from which countries there are more students in Korea? Which countries?
I'm not sure actually, but I think all from all over the world because like they have very good universities in different fields,
Uh-huh.
so they attract students from all over the world. So I cannot just because this is like exact data. I'm not sure, but we
Yeah.
have also many Azerbaijani students, especially studying engineering and other fields too. So many students too.
And what about medical this major? Because you know that to become a doctor, to study medicine, it's always a challenge in every country. And what about Korean university? Is it very difficult to get into the, let's say, medical major to get there, to get into? For example, in United States, you have to have prayer medicine. The same in UK, you have to. So my nephew studied 8 years before he became a doctor. For example, is it the same long way in Korea to become a doctor?
I would say it's very competitive here, the medical field, and I think it takes longer years. I think so. So about this too. I'm not sure, but I think it's very competitive because here in Korea too, like Koreans, they are also like intending to be doctors. So there's a high competition. So
Yeah.
that's why I think it must be very hard to get into medical school.
And one more question. I put one question, and now while we are talking, other questions come to my mind, and it's my habit always to go from the scenario, putting the questions from the live chat. So, and Korean government, I also checked it after our first meeting, started also to be interested in this topic. They are giving a full 100% scholarship to international students, and it's called SKG, something like this. And giving this scholarship, do they have then demand for these international students to stay in Korea, or they can easily go back to their home countries?
Um, this scholarship actually doesn't demand you to stay in Korea. This scholarship demands you to be proficient in Korea to take the foundation and
Ah,
then start your studies like a master's or undergraduate. But after graduation, this is the student's choice to stay in Korea or just get out of Korea. But usually they prefer to stay in Korea.
so interesting to say. Yes, I dream to come. I was planning to go to Korea, but I don't know timing when it will be. But for sure, for me it's also very interesting, and
Yeah.
because it's something not new, it's very attractive, let's say like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very attractive. So so you are happy now living there.
Yeah, I am actually satisfied. So I enjoy my life here in Korea. So it feels like home. So I never feel isolated here. So it just
Uh,
feels like home.
And how often do you miss your home, let's say?
So
Or you go, for example, along the street and then you look and say, "Oh, it's something like at my home," or "It reminds me this," or something.
I usually say I don't have that feeling often because usually I miss my family, but every day I have a video talk with my parents. So I'm okay. I don't miss it. Sometimes I just miss
No, no, no.
the
In
food.
positive way. I don't say that in negative way. You're crying and saying, "I want home" or something. In positive way. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
living there, I could see. I also got nephews who are living abroad, and they are of course missing their families, and but they are
Yeah.
already coming here. They're saying when we will go back to our, for example. Let's say life that we are already used to live in. Is it the same with you?
I think when I am stressed out, I feel the relaxation in Azerbaijan because the people in Azerbaijan they are more relaxed, but in Korea they are more stressed out. So when I get angry or stressed out,
Would
I
you
just miss
like to bring
Azerbaijan.
your family to Korea?
Not yet, but I'm just planning to move in the nearest future. They
Okay,
didn't visit.
they are not ready yet.
They are not. I will just make them ready.
Very great,
So
interesting talk we have got, and interesting to hear all these kind of answers. And tell me what you would like to share, or what kind of advice, you recommendation you would like to give to the Azeri people's Azeri applicants, students who would like to study in Korea, in Seoul. For example, yesterday I met family, they just said, yes, we would like, but they said it's so for us strange country, strange. And I checked the tickets to Korea, it's from 17 hours to 30 hours. You have to fly to Seoul, and there are different routes. So, uh, when I said that to them, they said, "Oh, 17 hours." I said that 17 hours, it's the shortest route to Korea. What you would like to share and advise and recommend our Azeri people, students, or something like this?
I would recommend the students who are intending to study in Korea just come with an open heart and open mind. So it might be challenging, but I think Korea has a very vibrant student communities and global opportunities and very diverse lifestyle that students can enjoy. Also, the public transportation and the safety of Korea, I think they are amazing. So
Safety,
it will be
yes,
easier.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. It will be easier for them to get around here. It might seem difficult because it's very far, but still, it's when they come to Korea, they will probably change their mind. Yeah,
Okay.
I would. Yeah,
You're sure that if
just
they get there, they will change their, let's say, not thinking, their impression about Korea. It's
yeah.
not something.
I think they just stay. They just need to stay open and
Oh,
ready to adapt. That will help them, like to connect with Korean culture.
okay. So, Halima, thank you very much. You are called Halimat or Halima or Hali, how your Korean family call you?
My name is actually Halima, but they call me Halim. So my
Okay.
Korean name is Halim.
I used to know your great grandmother, and to be
Yeah,
honest, you are having her name, and for her living in village, she always was like innovator there, and we always in our family remember her as someone who was always very creative and innovative. She was always thinking what to do, even with her small, little budget, with her, let's say, it's not like this. Now we have got a lot of, for example, access to different kinds of information. Living in this small area, she was very innovative, believe me. You have never seen her, but I know
yeah,
her, and we always remember her with this kind of that's why you have to be proud to have this name. And I think you are the
yeah.
same like her, maybe in another way, but you are also innovator and something, try to do something new for it. So
Thank you very much.
it's, thank you
Yeah, it's
very
very nice
much.
to hear.
I hope that our project will be very successful, and you will be our contact person who will be retelling all these stories to Azeri people, in order they are much more lucky than you, because they already have got Halimat in from Azerbaijan in Seoul, who can at least give them some advice or recommendation what to do
Yeah,
first
they
time.
are welcome to contact me. They are very welcome actually to contact
Oh,
me. So I can just try to help them out in a way that I can.
yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Halimat. So it's our first meeting, our first podcast, but I hope that during the a year we will do some other short these kind of stories or podcasts in order, but it will be more on this kind of specific topic, because more I'm meeting with the families, with the parents, with the students, more questions coming about life in Korea, something like this. Okay. In
Yeah.
I when I was preparing this, I said North Korea. She said North Korea. I said no, 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 no. I don't want it. It's South Korea. That's why I don't want you to live in North Korea. So thank you very much. Think about how you will call this podcast. I also will think about this. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and
Yeah, you thank you very
yeah.
much. I know you are so busy and thank you for your time.
And hello, one more from Azerbaijan.